Hey guys, it's Heather from Kellofaplan, and this is my husband. You want to tell me your name?
My name is Matthew.
My name is Matthew. This is Matthew, or Mr. Kellofaplan, as some people like to refer to him. And today we're filming a special video for Valentine's Day on Instagram. It's posted on my stories a couple weeks ago, and I said that Matthew wanted to do another Q&A for YouTube for Valentine's Day. So last year we did a Q&A. I'll link it in the description. But last year we both answered questions. Mm-hmm. This year, almost all of the questions that were submitted were directed to Matthew. So this is almost going to be like me interviewing Matthew, and you are going to get to know a lot about him. I may jump in and answer some of the questions as well, because some of the questions could go for either one of us, but I'm going to direct them to him first. So, first question, Matthew. Mm-hmm. A couple of months ago...
Why are you hiding the questions?
Because I don't want you to see them.
Oh.
A couple of months ago, you stole one of my Erin Condren notebooks that you're using downstairs. And then I gave you another Erin Condren notebook.
I didn't steal it. You gave it to me.
Same thing.
You even bought me a new cover for it.
Well, that's because the cover said Heather on it.
Yeah.
And it was yellow florals.
So,
and then you stole you didn't steal the other one. I gave you the little
gray one.
The one
I stole.
No, the little gray one that I gave you.
The one you gave me, I used for my church
Well,
notes.
the question is, how do you use those two notebooks? Or do you use them?
I do use them. Heather gave me a Erin Condren planner, too, which I have not used at all. I was going to start in January, and then I just didn't know what to put in it. I don't watch Heather's videos. So.
Maybe you should.
I know that Heather has some videos about that. What to put in your planner. I don't take advantage of my full resources. So,
so how do you use those two notebooks?
The gray one that you gave me, it's a little Erin Condren notebook I use for my church notes. I put my sermon notes in it at church. The other notebook has been my study notebook for my brokerage licensing exam. I took my SIE exam, which is the intro, and that right now I'm studying for my Series 7 brokerage exam.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff, guys.
It's not exciting. All right, the next question actually ties into that. Someone asked, how is your studying going?
It's fine.
It's fine. You're almost done, kind of.
No, well, okay, so I am probably halfway through the Series 7 study book. I did take my Series 7 before. I took it like 12 years ago when I very first started working at TD Ameritrade. I failed the test by 1 point, and then I changed jobs at TD Ameritrade to one that didn't require a license, and I just never took the test again. So I really wish I would have passed it 12 years ago, because doing it right now is just so good.
It's so much fun. All right, the next question. How did you meet Heather?
We met online. We both had a dating app. I was on it for probably months. Heather was on it for like a weekend.
1 week. 1 week. Yeah. And then I got a lot of creepy messages, so I deleted the app.
I was one of those.
No. Obviously you weren't.
I was one of the less creepy ones. And yeah, that's how we met. How did we actually meet? We met at after I had asked you out about 25 times.
It was five times. He asked me out 5 times, but we need to preface that story with the fact that I had gone on a date with a guy that I met online right at the same. I had started talking to him right at the same time as I started talking to Matthew, and I went on a date with this guy, and it was the worst date I've ever been on. This guy on the date told me how his mom had died, and he had inherited hundreds of thousands of dollars, but he blew it all on strippers and nightclubs and a car.
I'm just really happy he set the bar so low, because it made me look great.
At the date, he's pulling up pictures of his ex-girlfriend. He's like, what do you think about her? What do you think about her? And it was why am I on this date? And so that was literally the next day was when Matthew asked me out for the first time, and I was like, nah, I'm good. And he kept asking until I said yes.
Yep.
So that's how we met. Next question. What's your favorite thing to do together with me?
I don't know. I like just sitting on the couch and chilling with my bae.
My favorite thing to do with Matthew is probably go on trips together.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun when we travel together.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of fun sitting on the couch and watching TV, but I really like traveling too.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Will you ever become a planner bro?
No.
That means like someone who actually uses their planner.
Yeah, this is my planner right here. I'm like, Heather, when are we doing this thing?
That's why if you watched his Plan With Me from Sunday, he had no idea when our dog's appointment was. Is it Wednesday? Is it Tuesday? I don't know. I'll just use this sticker on Sunday, even though it has an appointment on it.
Yeah, I liked that it had the paw print.
It had nothing to do with what you put it down for.
Well, because I decided to put it where you had an appointment.
All right, the next question is a really good question. I hope Matthew can come up with an answer for it.
Okay.
It says, what has God taught you about love through your marriage?
It's not, it's work. Like,
love is work?
No, it's like, it's not just like this superficial. It's like you have to, it's something that you have to invest yourself in.
I think that it has taught me the magnitude of God's forgiveness. Because, like, sometimes it's really hard to forgive your spouse. You know, you're, like, so mad at him. And you don't want to forgive him. You just want to hold a grudge. But I think it reminds me that, like, God has forgiven and will forgive, like, anything.
I think some people, like, it's the way you laugh at, like, teenagers when they're you don't understand our love. You know, they don't, because it's not that they don't understand the commitment and the things that go into really loving somebody, especially when things aren't just easy. You know, it's not just easy.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
All right, next question. What is your favorite part of Heather's planner life?
I don't even know how to answer that.
You don't have any part of my planner life that you like?
My favorite part of your plan, I just really like that you're so fulfilled by it.
Oh, okay. Next question. This is gonna be a hard question for you.
All right.
What is your favorite thing about me? He hates this question.
Golly.
He hates this question.
I really appreciate how you are so creative and you are cool.
You are cool. Thank you. Okay, we're both going to answer this question.
Okay.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
If I could, like, are we talking, like, anywhere in the world? Like, or just, like,
okay,
if you wanted to live in King Arthur's
okay, I'm
Court,
going to answer that.
Like, do you mean, like,
Let's say now. Yeah, like, where... And we'll answer it two ways, okay? Because I'm going to answer this too. If you could live anywhere in the whole world, job doesn't matter, anywhere you could live, where would you live? And then second question, where would you realistically live? So, like, one's like a dream place and one's like, I really could.
Okay, well, I recently saw a video of a guy hiking through Iceland, and it looked beautiful.
Isn't Iceland really cold?
No. Huh.
Oh.
Interesting enough. Greenland is very cold. Iceland is nice. It is cold.
So is that like your dream?
Well, it just looks really beautiful.
So do you want to visit there or do you want to live there?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. It looked like a nice place to live.
Okay, what about realistically? Like, if we really were going to move...
Where we live now.
Not Colorado anymore?
I can travel to Colorado. Texas is where it's at.
You used to say you'd want to live there. Okay, so does it have to be where we live now in Texas, or could it be somewhere else in Texas?
No, we're not living in Austin for the last time.
Not the last time! Trust me, that will not be the last time. I would love to live in Austin, so realistically, if I could live anywhere else, it would be Austin. I would pack us up and move this weekend if Matthew would let me, but he just says no. If I could live anywhere, like dream, I would probably pick like somewhere in the Caribbean, somewhere with a beach.
Well, that's a good answer.
Like, I don't know
St.
where
John.
exactly.
Change my answer. I want to live on St. John.
Wouldn't that be awesome to, live there?
Yeah.
But obviously, we probably never will, but that would be like my dream. I've never been to St. John, so I don't know if I would say St. John, but somewhere in the Caribbean. All right, next question. This is a funny question. What is your favorite thing that Heather cooks?
My favorite thing that Heather cooks.
And he doesn't like a lot of the things that I cook.
Just trying to think of something you cook.
So, when we were dating, I cooked for Matthew once a week.
That's true.
Once or more.
No, well, but even then, really, it was You cooked the sides, and then I came over and grilled whatever we were actually eating.
Sometimes I cooked the main meal too, especially when we were first dating.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we got married, and I was like, oh, I don't really cook that much. Sorry, I probably should have told you that before we got married.
She tricked me.
So, what is your favorite thing that I cook?
What's your favorite thing that I cook? While I try to think of something that you cook.
I really like when you grill a shrimp.
Oh, that's a good answer.
And I like when you cook anytime because it means I'm not cooking.
Yeah. Lemon shrimp and rice.
It's so good.
On the grill, that's good. Mm-hmm. I like when I grill.
The question's not
Brussels
when you
sprouts.
cook. What about when I cook?
I do like when you cook.
He can't name anything. That's how often I cook, you guys. All right, next question. What is the best vacation you've been on together?
Well, our honeymoon was like legit.
It was.
We spent a week in a villa at Sandals, Montego Bay, Jamaica.
It was amazing.
That was really good.
Matthew's parents gave it to us as our wedding gift.
That was our wedding
gift. It was
gift from my
like,
parents.
best gift ever.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was pretty magical.
The cruise we went on the Oasis of the Seas was good too.
Yeah, I liked that one too. Those are probably my two top favorites.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Where do you see, or what do you see for yourself in 5 years?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
There's our answer. When did you know that you would be with Heather forever? He's not going to know this answer.
I'm not going to get the same answer. Is that what you said?
No, I said you're not going to know this answer.
When did I know that I wanted to marry Heather?
That's the same thing. Like when you knew you would be with me forever.
Yeah.
When I said I do. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you knew before then.
When I was like, Court, can I marry your daughter? Probably before we hit the 1 year mark. I can't name a specific.
Well, I know what you've told me.
When I got back from that trip.
You told me when you were on that trip.
When I was on that. Yeah, I like that. That's a good.
We've been dating for about what, 10 months by then?
Yeah, a little less.
Because you went on that trip in October.
Okay.
And we had started dating in January.
So like 9 months.
10 months. And he said he realized he missed
me. I went on the trip in November.
It might have been November.
I spent a week in the British Virgin Islands with my parents while we were dating.
And he realized he missed me.
Yeah, and I missed Heather.
And now you got to ask me the question.
When did you realize that we were going to be together?
The day I met you.
The day you met. I knew the answer to that.
The day. So before we went on the date, like he said earlier, he asked me like 5 times to go on this date. I said no. I finally said yes because he asked me to go to I Fratelli restaurant, and that restaurant has now closed. Now it's just a pizza place. And it's like, it was one of my favorite places. And I was like, man, a free meal at my favorite restaurant. I think I may have to go. So I finally said yes. It was really cold and rainy that night. I don't know if you remember that. But
I remember wearing a jacket.
Cold and rainy. And so I didn't actually want to go when it was time to go because I didn't want to leave my house. But I went, and before I went, I remember I said a prayer, and I was like, just like, give me a feeling either way. I don't want to waste time on guys anymore. And so, like, he walked in. He has a really cute dimple, but you can't see it now because of his beard, but you used to be able to see it. And he walks in and he flashes this adorable little dimple, and he prayed for our dinner. And I was just like, I'm going to marry this man. I already know it. I just had a gut feeling, and I was like, I'm going to marry him. And then for months, my friends tried to tell me that Matthew had friend zoned me. And I was like, no, it's okay. He's going to marry me. I know. Yeah. Because like we talked earlier, it took him forever for him to figure it out. So all of my friends were like, he has friend zoned you? And I was like, no, he hasn't. We are going to get married. Mm-hmm. I just had to stick it out. All right, next question. What is your best date idea?
Where do these questions come from?
You actually have had one really good date idea. I mean, you've had more than one.
Did we do it?
Yes. when you took me to paint the ceramics the first time.
Oh, that was a good date idea.
And also that year that you took me for Valentine's Day to go paint the canvases. Mm-hmm. Those are another really good idea.
We did this. you like go and they tell you kind of how to paint, but everybody's painting ends up different.
We go, and two funny things from that night. We go, and Matthew's like, your painting's going to be so much better than mine because you're the creative one. And then by the end, his painting was way better than mine. His tree, it was like this tree that we were painting, and
it was like two paintings that you put together.
Yeah,
kind of
and they like
one.
Connect.
So she painted half, and I like her half, and I painted my half.
His half looked way better, and he was like, "Oh, I like better." And then the other funny one was they did like a contact test where you could put a picture on Instagram, and whoever got the most likes on their photo won a free gift certificate to come back. And so like everyone's posting it. And I think the trick was like you couldn't say in your caption, you couldn't tell people to like it.
Yeah.
And so by the end of it, I had posted mine on Kellofaplan, so I kind of cheated. So at the end, they're like, okay, how many likes does everyone have on their photo? And when I said my number, I had beat everyone by like hundreds of likes. Yeah. And they were like, how did you get so many likes?
I'm kind of a big deal.
No, I was like, I kind of cheated. I didn't put it on my personal Instagram. All right. This is kind of ties into a question that we already asked.
Okay.
Because earlier it was, what is your favorite part of Heather's Planner life? Now it's, what do you think of Heather's Planner life?
I think it's good. I don't know how to answer
He thinks
that.
it's good.
What do I think about it? I think it's great that she's been able to make it what it is. I'm glad that it makes her happy. I'm actually really surprised that it's become what it is, because I remember Heather going, I think I'm going to get this planner that I see. And then
it was more like I mentioned it 5 times. And then one
I'm
day I was
just go buy the planner.
One day I was at Michael's, and because I had already bought a planner at Target, and this was when we first got married, so we were still kind of like trying to figure out our married budget, and so we weren't spending like a lot of money, and so I had already bought a planner, and I was like, I really want this planner, but I already bought a planner, I don't need to spend money on this planner. And like after like weeks of me saying this, one day I called Matthew, and I was like, I'm at Michael's and they have a 60% off coupon, and I'm looking at this planner, and he was like, would you just buy the freaking planner? Just buy it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it.
And I remember you being like, there's 100 people following me on Instagram. Oh my gosh, 100 people.
I did a big giveaway. And I remember when Stephanie Fleming posted that she was coming to Pinners in Dallas. We lived like 15 minutes from where they used to hold Pinners in Dallas. Now they hold it at a different venue. But I remember I screenshot it and I texted it to Matthew, and I was like, I just bought a ticket to this class. I'm going to meet Stephanie Fleming. And he was like, cool. Like, he was probably like, who is that again? Like, but it's crazy how much things have grown.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. The last question is, what are your personal goals for 2020?
I want to pass my Series 7. After the Schwab merger, I want to look for a new job inside the company that I can use my license in.
And our last goal is we are going to organize our house.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe do some renovations in our house.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So, all right. Well, that is the end of our questions. Thank you to everyone who submitted. And thank you, Matthew, for being a good sport and answering some questions. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. And happy planning.
Happy planning.